Hipod, and I wanted to go over the parts of the Hipod with you here. This is a supplement to our Hipod manual. Up here, I'm going to start with part number 1. You will see the base. The base is one big piece. It comes assembled. It has the 4 legs, the pin locks for the legs, and the opening at the top there for you to be able to put the tube down into the unit. It also has the wheels there and the plate at the bottom which stabilizes it. Pretty straightforward, pretty obvious what it is. Then over here, number 2, the tubes. The tubes are the elevating poles that will put the camera up to 31 feet for you. The tubes go into the base, right up there on the top, and it will lock down at the bottom. This is all explained later in the manual. Then we will go over here to number 3, which is the head. The head goes on top of the poles, right there. This is what will allow you to place the camera right on this plate, and you will secure it via these little screws that you can see right there. And then you have a rope that comes off of the handle on either side, which goes down and connects to the handle, which I'll get to in a little bit, and that allows you then to tilt the camera up and down. Part number 3 is the monitor bracket. The monitor bracket will attach to the Hipod tubes over here. That will allow you to mount your Hipod monitor, the LCD monitor right there, which we'll get to again, and that will display all of the video that you're taking with your camera. Part number 5 is the charger. This is the charger for your Hipod battery. The battery will charge your, or not, excuse me, charge, but power your LCD monitor and allow you then to be able to see what you're filming. So it comes in 3 parts, the AC cord there, and then you've got the transistor right there with the transfer of the power, and also on the side you will see any of the notes for this is what this light means when it's charging. The charger charges in 4 different light settings. It's all there on the side. The cigarette plug right there is what actually plugs into the battery, and then that will allow you to charge the unit that way. Over here we have the laptop plate. This is what will attach to the side of the legs, and you will be able then to mount a laptop or anything else you would like really to put onto the unit. This could include the accessory, our DVD live deck, and or anything you'd like to place there. It's a nice little accessory on the side. Then we get down to the monitor again. That's what will show you the video. That's part number 7. Plugs into a cord that is actually down at the bottom over here, the monitor coil cable, but we'll get to that. I'm going to try and go in order as much as possible. The handle will attach to the tubes as well. You will see this later in the manual. I will try to point out these 2 little clasps right there on the handle. They're very close together right now, but they will actually squeeze the poles, and you will secure it over here with this screw, and then that is what will secure the handle to the tubing. You can see down here you have the little cam locks. These are what will lock to the rope that will be coming down off of the top of the Hipod head, and then you just lock it in, and then it'll give you the pivot control that you need to view the camera up and down. Over here you actually see the laptop bracket. You can see here it's coming off of this yellow pole. That's one of these legs over here. That is the stabilization plate for the laptop plate. So that goes underneath of the laptop plate. That's the bracket here, and that's what holds it up from one of the legs on the base. You'll see that. The battery pack, again, that's what provides the power to your LCD monitor. And you can see right there, there is the cigarette plug. That is what will accept the charge from the charger. And then we move on to the sun visor. The sun visor goes over the top of the LCD monitor. You can see the little Velcro sides here. There should be Velcro in the back or a spot to take a Velcro piece off of the side here and Velcro it to the back, just so that you can actually see the monitor when you're in direct sunlight. And then item number 12, the 30-foot video cable. This is the cable that runs all the way from the top of the camera down to your monitor. It runs actually through this monitor coil cable over here. You can see the yellow-red inputs, and you can see the space for it on the cord here. There's more stuff on this cord. I will get to it in a moment. The rain gear. The rain gear is what will protect your LCD monitor, your camera, or your thumb remote. those things then will be able to work in moderate amounts of rain. Again, use your common sense. Do not operate a Hipod if it's lightning outside or if wind conditions become dangerous or unsustainable. Sandbags right here. These sandbags are to be attached to the legs of the Hipod, and they provide an extra amount of stability. And it's just an extra added safety feature that we've included for you. And now we get to the monitor coil cable. This is the link between the monitor and the 30-foot video cable and the battery. It does several different things. You plug the male end of the the monitor coil cable into the LCD monitor. It should come attached out of the box, and then you plug the female end of the cord into the battery pack. You will see the correct number of pins on the inside. Just match those up. Then you plug the audio video cables into your 30-foot video cable. Run those up to the top of your camera, which I'll get to in a second, and you'll be able to see the video, and that will then provide it to the screen, and you can just have a good time controlling it however you need. Down further, the Allen key. The Allen key is a general purpose tool, pretty straightforward. You can get them at any hardware store. That is what will connect your Hipod head to the tubes. There's a little screw that comes out, and then you just secure it in there. There are a few other little things that the Allen key will help you out with, but that is the main thing, attaching the head to the tubes. And then we get to these three cords here. This is what I call the Sony cable camera kit. This will allow you to connect your camera to your 30-foot video cable. You will be able to take this little cord here, which is the D connector, plug it directly into your camera through the D connector cord spot. Then that will flare out into these little parts here, which then connect to your 30-foot video cable. This is your thumb controller. This is what will actually plug in and be able to control your zoom functions at the bottom of your unit. I keep it near the LCD monitor just so it's there. You can zoom, and then you can also start and stop video all from this thumb remote. And then the Lank pigtail. This is what plugs in to the D connector here on this little black cord, and then you plug this other end of the pigtail to the 30-foot video cable, and then that will run down the signal to the controller and allow you then to use those camera functions I just described. Of course, you have your camera over here, part number 18, pretty straightforward, and your extra camera battery with a 5-hour battery life. These then entail the parts of your Hipod. It looks maybe a little confusing at first, but it's really not that bad. First time you put it together, you'll get it, and you'll go from there. Just wanted to outline what they are. Now, when you go to the accessory case, you'll actually see more or less on this graphic where the parts of the Hipod go in the case. This is a little bit of a loose assessment of where they are. Some of them stay in their proper places. As you can see, the Hipod handle goes here. This spot is made specifically for that. But the rest of it you can mix and match up to you. Different sizes of these compartments here work better. But again, these are the way that we pack them here from the store. Over here you've got your power cables again. Your battery pack will be in there. Your camera, the battery, and the cables will be in this compartment here. Your 30-foot cord will be there. Your bracket will be in this little compartment on the side. And we usually throw the Allen key in along with the head. The head is, of course, over here. It goes in this compartment in the center. Down here in this bottom portion, you will have your monitor and the cable, which should come attached, so you won't be confused at all about which end then will go into the battery pack. We will put the sandbag and the rain gear into the compartment here. It'll either be in this little area along with the sun visor, or we may throw it in with a laptop plate. It's just a matter of wherever you'd like to put that. There's no set must be ascribed placed for those pieces. And then the laptop plate will go over here on this side.